Hello, give me a quick second. I'm just getting everything ready. This thing on? Can you see me, grandson? Huh? Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome. We're doing the music today. Yes. Yes. Did you guys see that? It's almost like the world just lowered a little bit. That was weird. Anyway, today we're doing music again. We're doing music. Yay, music! We were gonna play Schedule 1, but Donnie got off, so it is what it is. I was gonna play Schedule 1, but he was like, "Nah, I'm getting off in like 2 or 3 minutes." I'm like, "Oh, well, never mind then." But we have beat already pulled up.
What's up, Flix?
All right, let's see where I was at.
What's up, Flix?
I gotta proofread it once. Okay, so we're up to the verse technically. But we're only gonna give them the first half of the hook on the first hook. Let me tell you what I'm talking about. Let me tell you what I'm talking about, okay? So when it comes to creating music, you have obviously a hook and usually 2 to 3 verses. One verse if it's a short song. This one is, let's see if this is long or short. This one's probably like 2 verses long. So it's about average. So the second verse is going to include the first part where the build-up is, right? And it's going to feed into it. So you always have to write accordingly. That's why I said, please don't force me to pull out my blade, because there's a lot of ways that you can tie into that. So, like, I'll show you what I mean. So this part would be used in the second hook. And then it leads into this. Please don't force me to pull out my blade. I just wanna be peaceful in the worst way. You don't know how many it has slain. You wouldn't lend a hand on my worst day. And then it's just gonna go into like, you know, like the see what I mean? Like you just flow off of that. This is the part where the build-up would be in the beginning, right? Please don't force me to pull out my blade. You're peaceful in the worst way. You don't know how many it has slayed. You wouldn't lend a hand in my worst day. Come on, boss. Come on, boss. Come on with it. Come on with it. Okay. I just gotta learn or figure out what I want to do on the second hook, obviously, but. I gotta figure out what I want to write for the verse. To pull out my blade, I just wanna be peaceful in the worst way. You don't know how many it has slayed. You wouldn't lend a hand on my worst day. I know what I want to do, but I don't know how I want to get there. You know what I mean? Yeah, I had a great day. I had a great day.
What's up, Flicks?
Please don't force me to pull out my blade. I just wanna be peaceful in the worst way. How many you does slay? You wouldn't lend a hand on my worst day. Okay, I think I know what I need to do. So, I had this thing I used to do a lot in my music, like way long time ago, and it's what I call the inner thought, right? And that's what the first part of the verse is gonna be, the inner thought, right? And then it'll come back in with like the boldness on the bass hit. You don't wanna be peaceful in the worst way. Hold up.
What's up, Flicks? What's up, Flicks?
Why is this on top chat again? There we go. I don't. Oh.
What's up, Flicks?
Poison coursing through your body.
What's up, Flicks?
Please don't force me to pull out my blade. I just wanna be peaceful in the worst way. You don't know how many it has slayed. You would hand on my worst day. Poison coursing through your body. I want to see if this other word makes a little bit more sense. Chemicals coursing through your body.
What's up, Flicks?
It's gonna get old really quickly. I'm just gonna let you guys know. It's gonna replay a lot. Adrenaline. No.
What's up, Flicks?
Yes, it is. It is a Snorlax beanie. Oh, where's the other ear? There it is. In the back of your Bugatti. But yeah, I've had this for a long time actually. Please don't force me to pull out my blade. I just wanna be peaceful in the worst way. You don't know how many it has slayed. You wouldn't lend a hand on my worst day. Chemicals coursing through your body, sitting in the back of your Bugatti. I think I got the beginning of this shit down already. Epic, I need to introduce you to heaven. He has a side up tattoo. That is badass. That is badass. I've always wanted to get a tattoo of fucking what's that Pokemon's name? Give me a quick second. Fuck. Give me a quick second. He's first gen Pokemon. Uh, but Pineco. Sorry, Pineco in a pine tree. Like, you know, being a pine cone in a pine tree. I think that'd be super cool. He's like old school Pokemon. Like old school, like first edition type Pokemon type beat. But I want to have like that kind of thing, but I also underneath it I want like a Pikachu and like an Eevee and a Bulbasaur and shit, like chilling out, like chewing on like fucking, you know, like little food and shit they found on the ground or something. Some kind of cool something. But I don't know where I want that though. I'd probably be on my legs or something because I want to do like sleeve tattoos with like skeletal hands and shit like that at some point. But
What's up, Flicks?
please don't force me to pull out my blade. Did you wanna be peaceful in the worst way? You don't know how many it has slain. You wouldn't lend a hand on the first chemicals coursing through your body, sitting in the back of your Bugatti.
What's up, Flicks?
Please don't force me to pull out my blade. I just wanna be peaceful in the worst way. You don't know how many it has slain. You wouldn't lend a hand on the worst day. Chemicals coursing through your body, sitting in the back of your Bugatti. Tell the driver, boy, you're in a hurry.
What's up, Flicks?
Your body sitting in the back of your Bugatti. Tell the driver that you're in a hurry. Ooh. One second, I'm gonna get a drink off the chug jug. One of my 2 liters that I bought the other day. As proof that I don't drink water like, or drink soda like water. Just releasing. Just reacquiring some blood sugar from earlier.
What's up, Flicks?
Shit, sorry. Chemicals coursing through your body, sitting in the back of your Bugatti. Tell the driver that you're in a hurry. Yeah, I just got the regular because that's all they had. It's kind of sad. I would get Baja Blast if they sold it in 2 liters like that. Slide, you wouldn't lend a hand on the first. Chemicals coursing through your body, sitting in the back of your Bugatti. Tell the driver that you're in a hurry. He says we'll get there, don't you worry. I'm just gonna say I might change some lines. So this isn't set in stone. I'm just writing down some ideas.
What's up, Flix?
Boss me to pull out my blade. I just wanna be peaceful in the worst way. You don't know how many it has slayed. I wanna know. Chemicals coursing through your body, sitting in the back of your Bugatti. Tell the driver that you're in a hurry. Says we'll be there, don't you worry. I'm just saying, like, gotta go hard. It's going all right so far, so far. My brother usually, like, I'm not gonna say he helps me, but he'll like chat with me while we're talking. He'll say something. I'm like, wait, say that again. Say that again. Nice and slow for me.
What's up, Flix?
Let's see if he's on right now. Sorry, I was sending them a "what you doing?" question mark. So force me to pull out my blade. I just wanna be peaceful in the worst way. You don't know how many it has slayed. On the worst day, chemicals coursing through your body, sitting in the back of your Bugatti. Tell the driver that you're in a hurry. He says we'll get there, don't you worry. See, I'm thinking about when this hook comes back, of just doing that little small hook that I made just twice, but adding emphasis on the second one. Does that make sense? Like, for example, I'll show you what I mean. Please don't force me to pull out my blade. I just wanna be peaceful in the worst way. You don't know how many it has slain. You wouldn't lend a hand on my worst day. Please don't force me to pull out my blade. I just wanna be peaceful in the worst way. You don't know how many it has slain. You wouldn't lend a hand on my worst day. And then it comes back into the verse again.
What's up, Flix?
Please don't force me to pull out my blade. I just wanna be peaceful in the worst way. You don't know how many it has slayed. You wouldn't lend a hand on my worst day. Chemicals coursing through your body, sitting in the back of your Bugatti. Driver that you're in a hurry. He says we'll get there, yeah, don't you worry. I'm trying to think. Like, what's a good
What's up,
line to
Flick?
come after that? To pull out my blade, I just wanna be peaceful in the worst way. You don't know how many it has slain. I would hand on goes coursing through your body, sitting in the back of my Bugatti. Tell the driver that you're in a hurry. He says we'll get you, don't you worry. I don't know if you guys can hear it like I can, but there's like a sound in the background. It's like da-da-da. Yeah, I mean, like it's very faint, but you'll hear it if you listen close, right? That's what I like to pull out of music. I like to find the little small details in the background and pull it forward. The parts that I like anyway, like the little subtle details that people don't really listen to and they don't really notice at first. It's like those little subtle things you can play on those and you'll literally make that song the best song you've ever heard. Quite literally. There's very many songs, very many of my songs that are actually built that way. And that's why they sound so good. Well, at least to other people. I think that they're like mediocre. But it's like it's like it's hearable, but you don't like consciously know that that sound is there. You know what I mean? It just kind of like shows up a little bit and then you're like, "Oh, that's a nice little touch." You know what I mean? It's not your main focus though. It's usually like the higher pitch. You know what I mean? Sorry, I had like a burp coming up at the same time as doing that. But like it's majorly that is the focus. You know what I mean? So when you go and you step off of that and then you bring it back in on top of that, it's like somebody literally, I don't know how to explain it. It's like you get taken away from it and then it throws you back in. You know what I mean? And that's what makes the song sound more interesting.
What's up, Flick?
You to pull out my blade, you don't know how many it has slain. You wouldn't lend a hand on my worst day. Chemicals coursing through your body, sitting in the back of your Bugatti. Driver that you're in a hurry. He says, "Well, get there, don't you worry."
What's up, Flick?
Wants me to pull out my blade. I just wanna be peaceful in the worst way. You don't know how many it has slain. You wouldn't lend a hand on my worst day. Chemicals coursing through your body, sitting in the back of your Bugatti. Driver that you're in a hurry. He says, well, get there, don't you worry. Now we're going 60 through the city. Oh! Now we're going 60 through the city. One second, it's coming to me. Give me a minute. Now we're going 60 through the city.
What's up, Flicks?
My blade, you just wanna be peaceful in the worst way. You don't know how many it has slayed. You wouldn't lend a hand on my worst day. Chemicals coursing through your body, sitting in the back of my Bugatti. Tell the driver that you're in a hurry. Says we'll get there, don't you worry. Now we're going 60 through the city. All these other speed limits are kinda shitty. And all these fucking speed limits are kinda shitty. Here we go. When we get there, I'll tip him 50. Yeah! That's a good line. That's a good line. I might use that.
What's up, Flicks?
Chemicals coursing through your body, sitting in the back of my Bugatti. Tell the driver that you're in a hurry. He says, well, get there, don't you worry. Now we're going 60 through the city, and all these speed limits are kinda shitty. Arriving. At the destination, he deserves a 50.
What's up, Flicks?
Blade, I just wanna be peaceful in the worst way. You don't know how many it has slayed. You wouldn't lend a hand on my worst day. Chemicals coursing through your body, sitting in the back of my Bugatti. The driver that you're in a hurry. Might as well get there, don't you worry. Now we're going 60 through the city, and all these speed limits are kinda shitty. Arriving at the destination, he deserves a 50. And damn! Damn! On that shit. Alright. Alright. Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right. I ain't stoned enough. Ladies and gentlemen, if you guys haven't met my grandfather, here he is in all of his beautiful glory. Grandpa, why don't you come on out, Grandpa? Come on out. Good, Grandpa. Good, Grandpa. Stand right there, Grandpa. Stand right there for a minute. Okay? Gucci. See, Grandpa protects me from this thing called banned in certain countries because of this item here. Which, if you guys want to see a closer look, I'll show you whenever I'm done taking the Chichi Ruby. Grandpa, hold on to your horses and hold on to the castle walls. This shit might take her down. All right, let's get this shit. Dink it and sink it, ladies and gentlemen. Mm-hmm. 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 That felt about right. Yes, sir. Cheers, cheers, cheers. I always do that. Also, by the way, anybody that's watching this after the stream, you could do that with water. You can do that with Gatorade, pop, shoot a beer, a shot. You can dink it and you can sink it. Don't matter. We're all peasants here. All right, we were all peasants once. No matter if we were born rich or not, you were still a peasant at one point.
What's up, Flicks?
It's me to pull out my blade. I just wanna be peaceful in the worst way. You don't know how many it has slain. You wouldn't lend a hand on my worst day. Chemicals coursing through your body, sitting in the back of my Bugatti. Driver that you're in a hurry, he says we'll get there, don't you worry. Now we're going 60 all through the city, and all these speed limits are kinda shitty. I gotta make sure I can say that right. So I gotta be able to cadence that correctly, because it came out perfect the first time, and it was like, damn, okay. Please don't force me to pull out my blade. I just wanna be peaceful in the worst way. You don't know how many it has slain. You wouldn't lend a hand on my worst day. It's coursing through your body, sitting in the back of my Bugatti. Tell the driver that you're in a hurry. He says we'll get there, don't you worry. Now we're going 60 through the city, and all these speed limits are kinda shitty. Arriving at the destination, he deserves a 50. I said that wrong. I don't know how you did that.
What's up, Flicks?
Please don't force me to pull out my blade. I just wanna be peaceful in the worst way. You don't know how many it has slayed. You wouldn't lend a hand on my worst day. It's coursing through your body, sitting in the back of my Bugatti. Tell the driver that you're in a hurry. He says we'll get there, don't you worry. We're going 60 through the city, and all these speed limits are kinda shitty. Arriving at the destination, yeah, you just... I fucking put a yeah in there by accident. I'm just fucking all over the place, aren't I?
What's up, Flicks?
Don't force me to pull out my blade. Just wanna be peaceful in the worst way. You don't know how many it has slain. You wouldn't lend a hand on my worst day. Chemicals coursing through your body, sitting in the back of my Bugatti. Driver that you're in a hurry. He says we'll get there, don't you worry. Now we're going 60 through the city, and on these speed limits kinda shitty. Arriving at the destination, he deserves a 50, and I don't wanna be no it's not a 30. Chemicals coursing through your body, sitting in the back of my Bugatti. Tell the driver that you're in a hurry. He says, we'll get there, don't you worry. Now we're going 16 through the city, and all these speed limits are kinda shitty. Arriving at the destination, I keep on saying that wrong. I keep on wanting to pull out the destination, but it's not how it's supposed to be read. Please don't force me to pull out my blade. I just wanna be peaceful in the worst way. You don't know how many it has slain. You wouldn't lend a hand on my worst day. Chemicals coursing through your bodies. In the back of your Bugatti, tell the driver that you're in a hurry. He says, we'll get there, don't you worry. Now we are going 16 through the city, and all these speed limits are kinda shitty. Arriving at the destination, he deserves a 50. I'm a chill guy even when wait a second. That's terrible. Get that out of here. That's cringe. Out of here. Cringe. Cringe. Cringe! How dare you let me write that, huh? You want me to write the cringe?
What's up, Flix?
How many it has slain? You wouldn't let end on my worst day. Chemicals coursing through your body, sitting in the back of my Bugatti. Tell the driver that you're in a hurry. Says we'll get there, don't you worry. Now we are going 60 through the city, and all these speed limits are kinda shitty. Arriving at the destination, he arriving at the function, he deserves a 50. My blade, I just wanna be peaceful in the worst way. You don't know how many it has slain. You wouldn't lend a hand on my work. Chemicals coursing through your body, sitting in the back of my Bugatti. Tell the driver that you're in a hurry. He says, we'll get there, don't you worry. We are going 60 through the city, and all these speed limits are kinda shitty. Arriving at the function, he deserves a 50. And yeah, okay, that lands up way better than the last one. Holy shit. At the function, he deserves a 50.
What's up, Flix?
Know how many it has slain. You wouldn't lend a hand on my worst day. It's coursing through your body, sitting in the back of my Bugatti. Tell the driver that you're in a hurry. He says, we'll get there, don't you worry. We're going 60 through the city, and all these speed limits are kinda shitty. Arriving at the function, he deserves a 50, and I don't wanna say it, but 50. Oh, come on. Come on. Lock in.
What's up, Flix?
Lock in. Chemicals coursing through your body, sitting in the back of my Bugatti. Tell the driver that you're in a hurry. He says, we'll get there, don't you worry. We are going 60 through the city, and all these speed limits aren't kinda shitty. Arriving at the function, he deserves a 50, and I don't wanna be the one to see you all as heavy. I always say like just like random ass shit, so I don't think that's gonna be part of the line. I just try and give myself ideas by saying stuff. Tell the driver that you're in a hurry. He says, we'll get there, don't you worry. Now we're going 60 through the city, and all these speed limits aren't kinda shitty. Arriving at the function, he deserves a 50, and when I get
What's up, Flicks?
Please don't force me to pull out my blade. I just wanna be peaceful in the worst way. You don't know how many it has slayed. You wouldn't lend a hand on my worst day. Chemicals coursing through your body, sitting in the back of my Bugatti. Driver that you're in a hurry. He says, we'll get there, don't you worry. Now we're going 60 through the city, and all these speed limits are kinda shitty. Arriving at the function, he deserves a 50. You gotta break bread for the money. No. Spent the whole driving for the molly to hit me. Ooh. Ooh. How do I? One second, one second, one second. Sorry, autism attack. Let's do this.
What's up, Flicks?
Blade, I just wanna be peaceful in the worst way. You don't know how many it has slain. You wouldn't lend a hand on my worst day. Chemicals coursing through your body, sitting in the back of my Bugatti. Driver that you're in a hurry. He says, we'll get there, don't you worry. Now we're going 60 through the city, and all these speed limits are kinda shitty. Arriving at the function, he deserves a 50. That's what I'm driving from. Waiting the whole drive for the mullet. Yeah, for the waiting the whole drive for the molly to hit me. Maybe that's how I can put it in there. That's a good line actually.
What's up, Flicks?
Coursing through your body, sitting in the back of your Bugatti. Tell the driver that you're in a hurry. He says, "We'll get there, don't you worry." Now going 60 through the city, and all these speed limits are kind of shitty. Arriving at the function, he deserves a 50. Waiting my whole drive. Oh. I was trying to think.
What's up, Flicks?
1 second. I was turning my fan because it was being problematic for the actual good fan. Coursing through your body, sitting down. Your Bugatti, tell that you're in a hurry. He says, "We'll get there, don't you worry." Now we're going 60 through the city, and all these speed limits are kinda shitty. Arriving at the function, he deserves a 50. Waiting that whole drive for the Molly to... see, like, that's the only thing, like, it's just a little too long. I'm waiting for the Molly to hit me. For it might be for that Molly to hit me. We'll see.
What's up, Flicks?
Please don't force me to pull out my blade. I just wanna be peaceful in the worst way. You don't know how many it has slayed. You wouldn't lend a hand on my worst day. Chemicals coursing through your body, sitting in the back of my Bugatti. The driver that you're in a hurry. He says, "We'll get there, don't you worry." Now we are going 60 through the city, and all these speed limits are kinda shitty. Arriving at the function, he deserves a 50. I'm waiting for the Molly to hit me. And I'm waiting for the Molly to hit me. You don't have to use it. No, it's a good line. It's a good line. So I want to use it. And I'm waiting for the Molly to hit me. You just gotta like tweak it a little bit, you know what I mean? Just like here or there, like just a few words cut out, or maybe add a few words here and there just to make it fit, you know what I mean? I can do that. You give me a rough idea of what sounds good, and I can mold it to the song. It might not be word for word, but it'll be similar. Coursing through your body. Bugatti, tell the driver that you're in a hurry. He says, "We'll get there, don't you worry." Now we're going 16 through the city. Limits are kinda shitty. Arriving at the function, he deserves a 50. And I'm waiting for the Molly to hit me. That actually fits pretty well.
What's up, Flicks?
Pretty well. don't force me to pull out my blade. I just wanna be peaceful in the worst way. You don't know how many it has slayed. You wouldn't lend a hand on my worst day. Chemicals coursing through your body, sitting in the back of my Bugatti. The driver that you're in a hurry, he says we'll get there, don't you worry. We are going 60 through the city, and all these speed limits are kinda shitty. Arriving at the function, he deserves a 50, and I'm waiting for that Molly to hit me. Please don't force me to pull out my blade. The worst way, you don't know how many it has slayed. You wouldn't lend a hand on my worst day. I fucking love that bass drop. I love how I did that. I don't know, dude, I'm a wizard sometimes, and I don't even know how the fuck I do it. Like, I really don't. Like, I'll just be fucking with it. I'm like, ooh, what if I take this out and then, like, bring it back in right here? Or, like, mess with this little thing. Oh, whoa, that sounded cool. What if I do this with it? Yo, you know what I mean? Like, it's always like a fun little like brain teaser. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, it always sounds good. So you're just like, damn, how did I did that? You know what I mean? It's like, damn.
What's up, Flicks?
And I always give myself something in the background I can pull from if I need to. Blade, I just wanna be peaceful in the worst way. You don't know how many it has slayed. You wouldn't lend a hand on my worst day. Chemicals coursing through your body, sitting in the back of my Bugatti. Tell the driver that you're in a hurry. Says we'll get there, don't you worry. Now we are going 60 through the city, and all these speed limits are kinda shitty. Arriving at the function, he deserves a 50, and I'm waiting for that Molly to hit me. Blade, I know. Peaceful in the worst way, you don't know how many it has slayed. You wouldn't lend a hand on my worst day. Please don't force me to pull out my blade. I just wanna be peaceful in the worst way. You don't know how many it has slayed. You wouldn't lend a hand on my worst day. All right. So now that we know the first verse, that is the first verse completed. Yay! Everybody clap! Yay! Yay! It's done. Which the verse is only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lines long. Crazy, right? Absolutely crazy. Only 8 lines long, and you can say all that in 8 lines. Basically, at the beginning, right? Please don't force me to pull out my blade. I just want to be peaceful in the worst way. Basically saying like, I don't give a fuck if you slap the piss out of me. Just don't fucking try and pull some fucked up shit. You know what I mean? Don't pull some fucked up shit. Like doing some dumb shit that you know you're gonna get fucked up for. You know what I mean? Like give me a few slaps here and there. Like verbal slaps, obviously. If you slap me in real life, I'm gonna slap the fuck out of you. But you know, like give me a few verbal slaps, so it's okay. But like you start like getting in my business and start doing some crazy shit, that's when I'm like, if I don't know you, you getting your ass beat. Like BEAT, you gonna get beat to fuck, right? But basically saying you don't know how many that it has slayed. Basically saying like you don't know how many people I've fucked up. All right, you don't fucking know, and you don't want to know. You know what I mean? And then the last line, you wouldn't lend a hand on my worst day, basically saying like you ain't got shit. You're never gonna be shit. Get the fuck out of my face, right? And then basically it starts out chemicals coursing through your body, basically saying like, you know, like happiness is a chemical. Anything is a chemical, right? Sitting in the back of my Bugatti, basically saying like, I'm with you. You know what I mean? We rolling. You know what I mean? Tell the driver that you're in a hurry. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the person with me is like, oh, I'm in a hurry. You know what I mean? He says, we'll get there, don't you worry. You know what I mean? Basically saying, like, don't you worry, we'll be there. You know what I mean? Now we're going 60 through the city. Obviously, that speaks for itself. All the speed limits are kind of shitty. Basically saying, like, fuck the speed limits. They're kind of shitty. Drive however fast you want. You know what I mean? Arriving at the function, he deserves a 50. Obviously, you know what that means. Tipping him 50. And I'm waiting for this Molly to hit me. Basically, you know that too. You know what I mean? And it makes perfect sense. You know what I mean? I'm handing him a 50, right? And then I'm sitting there waiting for the Molly to hit me. Like, I took that Molly earlier. I know it's gonna hit me here any time now. You know what I mean? It's painting a story. It has a story. You know what I mean? Like, it tells you, like, the character, right? During the hook, it always tells you the character of that person, right? Very peaceful, doesn't like to fucking fight, but when he does, he's gonna fuck you up, type shit, right? Which is how I want my persona in music portrayed anyway. You know what I mean? If you don't fuck with me, and you don't start doing some dumb shit, you don't have no problems. As soon as you start doing dumb shit, I'm sorry, bro, but I'm gonna have to do something about it. You know what I mean? As a man, I gotta do something about it. And you're forcing my hand. You know what I mean? Please don't force me to pull out my blade. There's like always meanings behind my songs, even if there seems like there's not. Like some of them, yes, some of them, no. Like this one definitely has like a little, you know, you just described my personality disorder. Alright, I guess. I wrote the first part yesterday. Literally. I wrote it yesterday during stream. Pretty sure you were there, I think. Yeah. But yeah, we've completed a little verse. So I like to do what I call a palate cleanse, which is just me sitting here kind of talking with y'all, kind of chilling for a little bit. You know what I mean? Getting my mind off of the music for right now, just to, you know, get a fresh mind to come back for the second verse. Oh, you guys want to hear some cringe? You guys want to hear some cringe really quick? Mostly I was planning on just doing the first verse today. Because I like to, I don't know how to explain it. I don't like to push myself to write more than a verse a day, because then I feel like the song turns out to be kind of poopy. It's not what I want. But we're gonna go back and we're gonna listen to some old cringe really quick. Some songs that I didn't really like. Some other people did. I didn't though. Where is it at? There's a song down here that a lot of people liked for some weird reason, and I don't know why. Where is it? It's somewhere down here. Oh my gosh, this song I made as a meme. All right? Let me clarify. This song was made because my friends and I were dressing up for Halloween one year. This was 3 years ago. And I dressed up as Dr. Eggman, right? Because I'm already going bald at the age of 26, okay? That's just facts. And so I shaved my head and I grew my mustache out super long and I turned myself into a walking, talking Dr. Eggman. And this was the night of Halloween and I was just, you know, like feeling it a little bit. And me and my friends were, you know, kind of, you know, drinking a little bit of, you know, the alcohol, maybe smoking a little bit of the bud. And, yeah, me and a few of my friends came into my room and just started recording shit. And this was Dr. Eggman. It's not bad, but it's not good. You can tell we're drunk.
What this motherfucker even talking about, yo? Yo, I swear to God, I'm so fucked up right now.
That's my friend Jordan that's talking. I swear to God, I'm so fucked up right now. Making a stand a madman.
Attack machines, I erect. I'm someone you don't expect. Making my move check. Going after Sonic, yeah. Drinking that bubonic tonic. I infuse it with the chronic. My flow is iconic. Switching it up.
Oh shit. Oh, I dropped my book.
With the syrup, exotic.
We'll put this over here.
Shit I've ever seen.
Call it witch's potion. Put that shit in motion. It will take off. I got a notion, yeah. That was me popping another beer. Just like a caveman.
Got these chaos emeralds, sending a message.
It's a bop though, you know what I mean? It's a bop.
Just sing, let the bells ring. Step aside for the king, Dr. Eggman. Mechanist and a madman. This ain't no game, we ain't the same. Yeah, say my name, yeah, it's Zuko.
I'm high on Pluto, not future. Who thought that you were? Together like the suture, yeah. This is my plot. I'm here and you're not. 9 mil, get shot. Go till the barrel's hot. Hello, I'm Dr. Eggman, mechanist and a madman. It was terrible, but it's still fun. You know what I mean? It's fun to go back and listen to. Just because, like, I've made a lot of serious songs over the years, and to go back and listen to the ones that I had a little bit of fun with me and my friends and just fucking around is a lot of fun. You know what I mean? It's just like that kind of fun that you can't really like get from somewhere else. It's just you have that moment that you get to look back on. Oh my gosh. I gotta show you guys this song. Because it honestly was probably... I'm gonna say it's probably one of my more... Like, it's my... I used to make songs all the time, right? Like, day after day, I'd make a song. You know what I mean? And way back in this era, I was making a bunch of different songs. And one of those songs was the song Sorry, right? Which, this is the original version. It was recorded on a fucking shitty Samsung phone, so, you know, it's not going to be that great. But I re-recorded it, and I'll show you the re-recorded version after I show you the first recording I ever made of this song. So this is the first ever recording of the song Sorry.
Yo. Yeah. Okay, let's go. Sorry, I just took a perky. Bitches trying to swerve me, but I did them dirty. Yo, I got the guap so much I cannot stop seeing double. I think I'm in trouble, bro. I'm faded, like my brain got nated.
So you've heard that so far, right? And you're like, okay, that's not really that great. You know what I mean? Then you scroll up into the newer version of it, and it becomes way less, like, I don't know, just like chaotic. I don't know how you would explain that, but this was like me just fucking around having fun and, you know, re-recording old songs to put up, and this was one of them. This was when I got my USB plug-in mic and my laptop. I thought I was top shit at that point. It was funny.
Sorry, I just took a perky. Bitches trying to swerve me, but I did them dirty. Yo, I got the guap so much I cannot stop seeing double. I think I'm in trouble. Yeah, bro, I faded, like my brain got nated. Boys got the smoke. Give me a toke. Hope I don't choke. Feeling woke in the whip. Guess I could take a sip. Hey, Henny in the back.
Smoking up that pack, yeah, we got that heater doubled up just to see her, y'all. You know we got that beater, just waiting for a feature. Where it at, though?
I just took a perky. Bitches trying to swerve me, but I did them dirty. Yo, I got the guap so much
I cannot stop seeing double. I think I'm in trouble.
like my brain got nated. Boys got the smoke. Give me a toke. Hope I don't choke. Feeling woke in the whip. Guess I could take a sip. Ay, flying down the highway.
There's the Bobo. I should take it slow. Hey, hey, yo. Henny in the back, smoking off that pack. Yeah, we got that heater doubled up just to see her, y'all. You know we got that beater, just waiting for a feature. Where it at, though? I like that part. I'm sorry. I love that part. But that was one of the older songs that obviously got made by me. And what's even crazier, this is a crazy fact. So before I even started making music, like all the time, I used to make weed reviews and like things that I called Will It Bong, right? Which is like a I guess you could say it was like a knockoff version of like Will It Pizza or Will It this or Will It that from Good Mythical Morning. It's like a rip off of that, but it's Will It Bong. And it's just liquids, like random fucking liquids that you would find in your house. Can you smoke through them? And obviously I didn't do all the like chemicals in my house because that'd have been stupid. But like, fuck, I did tomato juice, fucking, I think I did like a bunch of different kinds of soda, a bunch of different kinds of juices, like a bunch of different shit. You know what I mean? No shit, we used to rate edibles. Damn, I didn't know that. That's crazy. You learn something new every day. But yeah, I used to do like weed reviews, stuff like that. Um, I, I want to just pull you guys in to show you this really quick because it's honestly kind of funny. Like, to be real, it's way too funny to not show you. So let's go ahead and pull it in. It is quite literally some of the funniest shit I've made in a while. Like, if I was to say like, oh yeah, like this is my favorite videos, these are like top five easily on my favorite videos, like top 5 in general. So morning smoke, morning dab session. Look at that face. Isn't that a Chad human being right there? But this is my favorite one right here, I think. Thanks.
Welcome everybody to the next Will It Bong. Today we have a special treat. Okay, for all y'all that are wondering, just how good is Gatorade? Just how good is it? Well, today we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out to motherfucking day. What's going on, everybody? My name is JoJo, back at it again with another episode of Roll Ones for y'all. We are today going to be checking what what Gatorade is the best to put through your bong. Okay, what's the best? Okay.
I actually took a community consensus on this, on which Gatorades I should use, and this is what they came up with.
So what we're gonna do is we've got
4
things of Gatorade over here.
We had
on the side.
4,
You guys can't see it.
5 different ones, but I ran out of flour before the 5th one could be a thing. So, it is what it is.
We've got Glacier Freeze. I think this is orange. Yeah, we got orange. Orange. What is this? Lemon lime, which I was assuming would taste like Mountain Dew. I kind of picked these out according to thinking they would taste good or not. Glacier Cherry. Love this stuff. I've drank it ever since I was in fucking middle school. Shit's busted. Now, a cool trick I found out a long time ago is if you take your bowl.
I still use this trick to this day.
Like this.
A 75-year-old stoner man taught me this on his front porch, and I never forgot it.
Okay. And you stick your thumb against it, and you kind of wrap it around. Well, actually, you kind of, you know how you do like, I can see you. You know, you stick your eyeball through there, and you're like, I can see you, bitch. You know what I mean? Literally do that around the outside of your bowl, just like that. And then take your grinder, put it on the edge of your fingers, then just tap. It'll go right in. Swear on it.
Does every time. Does every time.
As you can see,
If you're wondering what music is playing in the background, I believe it's like one of my friends' music that I was like just kind of listening to his beat because he was just playing it. And I was like, fuck it, play some more. And he's like, okay. And I was like, do you mind if I take these? Like, can you send me a file? And that's what's playing in the background.
You can honestly do what I do and twist it like this a little bit and pull up as you squeeze your finger together, right? And then let it slowly come out. And ta-da, all the weed will be on top of it. Okay? And then you can go ahead and push that right down inside your bowl. See there? Not a flake wasted, boys. Not a flake wasted. Alrighty, guys, let's go ahead and pour this puppy in there. Sorry if the lighting's kind of shit. I have one light, and it's off.
And it was a broken desk lamp that I had that had no shade on it anymore. So I used it for recording.
Off to the side. Sorry. But, anyway, let's pour this in there. See if we can miss or not. Oh, we didn't miss a lick.
At one point, I think I get fancy with it and try and go up and down and up and down with one of them. I can't remember if I do or not, and I think it's because I'm like just fucking baked out of proportion.
Freeze. Will it bomb? Let's find out. Here we go, boys. Here we go. This is for all the fucking marbles. This is for all of them. All of them.
This is my old rum jug. I miss it so much. It broke on a move.
I want those too, motherfucker.
Yes, that is a homemade bong. I made it with my friend. We made it out of an old Maker's Mark bottle.
It's not bad. I was just expecting a little bit more taste. This weed isn't too fucking...
Dying.
This weed isn't very smooth when it comes to it. Anyway.
You're tearing up. You can hear my phone vibrating. That's what I'm recording with, by the way, is my phone.
Gatorade Zero. Glacier Freeze. Will it bomb? Yeah. But it's not as good as the rest of the stuff. I'll give it a 5. It's mediocre. Very mediocre. I was thinking maybe, because I like this shit, like straight up. Fucking love Gatorade. But, I don't know, it didn't add a flavor. And it didn't add a taste. This is like one of the more bland Gatorades anyway. It's Gatorade Zero, by the way. I forgot to mention that. All of these are Gatorade Zero. So they might not even change the taste. But we're going to smoke through every single one of them just to find out. Ooh, Glacier Cherry, baby!
I was excited for this one.
I was
And it was better than you expect. It was better than you expect. I know like the whole joke is, oh, you drink that white Gatorade, don't you? Yeah, I do. It's good as fuck. Fuck you.
And as always, oh shit, this one's extra full. My boy topped me off. Look at that shit.
Top me off. Did me
My
good,
boy
bro.
topped me off.
Did me good with that bottle of Gatorade.
Drink that down a little bit because I gotta do the bit.
I always flick the cap off. And at least one of them in the video I have to flick the cap off. And I left this all in there just to show like the build up for it. And I was like, well, that was fucking pathetic. I missed that ring. It broke on me.
Just so it'd be extra clean, so that way we don't have any contamination in different flavors. So let's go ahead.
Looks weird with me like having a short beard and shit though, huh?
Which is Glacier Cherry.
This was back when I was a wee lad. This is like, shit, I was 22 during this filming. I was filming in my house in Melbourne. Yeah, babyface for sure.
Alright.
Pretty sure this is when I was working construction too.
Gatorade Zero Sugar. Will it bong? Let's find out. Let's find out, yo.
It actually tasted like cherry. I'm not even capping. To this day, I can still taste it. It tastes just like the Gatorade tastes. It was so good.
Oh my lordy goodness.
Notice how I didn't cough a single fucking time.
Christ. That was fucking good. That was good. Holy shit balls, Batman.
Sure. Sure, Steve.
Editor, put it on the screen everywhere. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Woohoo, baby. That's what I'm talking about. This one right there. Woo. This is a 10, baby. This is what I call a 10.
What Trump does with his social security checks. Possibly this is just a hunch. You know, I might be wrong, but he might buy a fully depreciated woman from Jeffrey Epstein with them. I'm not sure, but quite possibly. It sounds about right, though. You know, it sounds about right.
All around great taste. Doesn't kill your lung. I didn't even feel like I was breathing smoke. Ain't that a fucking kicker?
You want to know what else is a kicker? Give me a quick second. I will be back. Give me a second. Actually, I need to find what I'm looking for. I know it's in here somewhere. It's not over there. Where did it go? I swear it was in here. Was it not in here? Ah, I found it. I remember now. I remember, Chad. I remembering. Yes, I remembering. I remembered what it was. One second. Okay. Sorry. I just saw something and it reminded me of something.
This is not a sponsor. Gatorade is not sponsoring this video. Squire, another Gatorade, please. Lemon lime. Lemon lime. Will it bump? Well, that's fucked up.
Indeed.
It's about to happen.
That cap was a pain in the ass to pick up, by the way. I remember having to go get it underneath my TV stand.
Way up top, baby. Way up top, baby. Not missing a lick. Oh shit. The bong wasn't even in the fucking shot for that, but I didn't miss a lick. That was fucking insane. That was hand-eye coordination.
Trump makes more on Social Security than I do per year. Damn. That's crazy. I didn't know that.
As you can see, this motherfucker's drier than the Sahara Desert. Alright, boys.
That fucking laugh, man. That fucking laugh. Can we get a replay on that laugh really quick?
Not missing a lick. Oh shit. The bong wasn't even in the fucking shot for that, but I didn't miss a lick. That was fucking insane. That was hand-eye coordination right there. As you can see, this motherfucker's drier than the Sahara Desert. Alright, boys.
What kind of laugh was that? Oh my goodness.
Lemon lime.
Oh.
Zero sugar Gatorade. Will it bong? Let's find out. I will say I didn't cough, but it is very, very harsh. Like, if that was your first rip, you wouldn't want to smoke no more. Not that anyway. You wouldn't want to smoke that anymore. How bad is it, you say?
I could blow smoke rings out of the top of this thing. I thought it was so cool. And at the end here, I just blow through it, get rid of all the smoke.
That's how bad it was. I didn't even want to clear it. That's how bad it was. That, my friends, is a 0. I love the taste of weed. Orange Gatorade, zero sugar. Will it bong? Let's find out. That was just for you.
That's called showmanship.
That was not for me, I promise you. I wanted to shake my Gatorade up, but that's not how I wanted to do it. That's called showmanship.
What's my bong's name? This bong or my old bong? Because this one's name is Chad. This one is chill. The one back then, it was the old rum jug.
Baby. Let's see how high we can go.
I was
missed a little. Never missed a lick. Look at that. Look at that. Well, I missed a lick, but don't judge me, all right? I did a good job. Did I do a good job? Well, no. Don't worry, these Gatorades will be going in the fridge and they will be getting drank, so don't think they're going to waste.
just reassuring everybody that I'm not just fucking pouring these in my bong and then throwing the Gatorade away. I was keeping the Gatorades.
There was definitely some dab in there.
I put some dabs in there just because I was like, fuck it, let's go for it.
Yeah, that's dab burning.
I just decided to pull another one. I was like, this is pretty good actually, so I'm not even mad.
Oh, I can taste that. That's moody. All right. Well, we're gonna try the old tried and true method that I know about.
Tocahonis, that's pretty cool.
It wasn't bad, as you saw. I pulled through it. Even with bad weed, really, it was kind of black. Underneath of the dab, right? And pulling it through that, I didn't cough once. Orange is pretty good, bro. Orange is pretty good. It doesn't really coherently taste like orange. It's not like a smack to the face orange, but it's like, it's subtle. Like you taste it afterwards more than you taste it before. You know what I mean? It's like, afterwards you're like, orange. That's cool. And I kind of like it because I don't like the taste of the weed in my mouth afterwards. I have to get a drink because I don't like the taste of weed really. Like I like it when I smoke it, I like the taste of it, but when I exhale it and then afterwards, I don't like the taste. It's like a weird, nasty taste, and I don't like it.
Which is true. It's a weird, nasty taste, and you always want to get a drink or something afterwards. It's always true.
You actually like orange Gatorade. Get fucked.
I actually do like orange Gatorade, so get fucked.
Anyway,
Me just sitting there is being stupid as shit. Oh man.
see you guys.
Did you notice the hat's the same hat as in frame? Cap cut, baby. Saving the day. But yeah, I've had this hat for almost 10 years. Something like that. It's old. Like it's old. Like this thing should be able to sign in for fucking Social Security disability at this point. It's just that old, you know? I mean, it's been beat up a few times. It's had a few engines pulled apart with it on, bunch of stuff like that, so I wouldn't fucking doubt it. But it does match my my pants that I'm wearing currently. My Rick and Morty themed pajama pants that I've had for about as long as the hat. This was back when Rick and Morty first started becoming like a big thing, and everybody was like, "Oh my God, Rick and Morty!" And they started making like actual merchandise for the show. Oh, I was wanting to show you guys some YouTube exclusives that I thought were pretty good. Where's it at? Oh, this one's I think this one is a YouTube exclusive. I just couldn't remember if it was or not. But this one's called Adrenaline.
prescription medicine, blood pumping, all this adrenaline. My brain feels like it's gelatin. You're not a fucking comparison. I'm lit like the motherfucking paraffin. Lean mixed up in the cauldron. Down 1 cup, then fill it up again. Then you know we up. Twist that cap off the syrup. Double that cup up and fill it up. Yeah, motherfucker, yeah, you know what's up. Coming up off this high, but we were so motherfucking fried that it felt like I could've fucking died. But I came back swinging, yeah, you know we ride. This perk got me fucking hypnotized. I'm seeing the god people idolize. Long flowing hair with ice blue eyes. And I'm up again, looking at all the drugs I'm peddling. That demon's in my head again, saying kill motherfuckers, that's meddling. Yeah, kill them all, yeah. I don't care how that's your call, just kill them all.
Get him. Get him. Get him.
I'm high again, I took all the prescription medicine, blood pumping, all this adrenaline. My brain feels like it's gelatin. You're not a fucking comparison. Motherfucking paraffin, lean mixed up in the cauldron. Down 1 cup, then fill it up again. I think that I'm too fucked up. And now I'm on the couch stuck. Couldn't move me if you had a truck. This codeine turns you to a fiend. Got an old man dancing out his jeans. Good rhythm got you wanting to scream, wanting more of that amphetamine. I need more, yeah, way more of that amphetamine. When they're coming back for me, just for that amphetamine. I'ma tell her to leave, cause she has a fiend. Yeah, she's a fiend. She's a fiend.
I don't know why people like that song, but it's a popular one. It's a popular one. And then, what's another good one that's over here on? Oh, Burning. This one's alright. Burning. From the daylight to the nighttime, you've got my soul on fire burning. You know just what to do when I look at you. You're the one that makes me feel like I'm burning. You're brighter than the sun, odds are 1,000,000 to 1. Chasing is half of the fun, but I want you, baby. Playing no games, I want your face in the frames. I can't get you out of my brain, just come on baby. And I ain't telling no lies, your eyes they hypnotize. That's when I realized that I want you baby. Whoever care when you're flipping your hair, nothing can compare when I'm with you, baby. No, I can't lie and I can't deny you're the one I want. Yeah, you've got me burning. No, I can't lie and I can't deny you're the one I want. Yeah, you've got me burning. The daylight to the nighttime, you've got my soul on fire burning. You know just what to do when I look at you. You're the one that makes me feel like I'm burning. The one that just the one and done, that would be no fun, cause you drive me crazy, crazy like the loons, like the ones on the tunes. I don't wanna be rude, but you've got me burning. I'll put a ring on you and dance through the room where won't bend like the loom. It ain't no surprise if you don't recognize that I'm the one for you. I've got the gears a turning. Can't lie and I can't deny you're the one I want. Yeah, you've got me burning. No, I can't lie and I can't deny you're the one I want. Yeah, you've got me burning. Thank you. Basically saying like you make me like, ooh, let's get out in here. You know what I mean? Like, ooh, okay, I see you. What's another good one? Excuse me, sorry. This one's kind of like, how do I explain this? A mixture of Ski Mask, the Slump God, and like an early 2000s, like, you know, I don't know how to explain it. Gotta get that coffee pouring, cell blowing up, real shoddy calling. Goddamn, this bitch annoying. Into the Rari, controls just like the Atari. There's no 5-0 inside you. We don't have to have no red lights. Yeah, we don't. Yeah, we don't. Yeah, we don't. Yeah, we don't stop.
My jaw from what I saw, skinny little thing in a lace top and bra,
bouncing it like she's a bro. How low can a white girl go? You know what I mean? Like, it's just supposed to be like, it's supposed to be like a song that everybody can relate to and they can like kind of get down to, you know what I mean? So, you know. Pretty good for like a little club song or something, you know what I mean? Like a Jersey club kind of beat, you know? And then there's like, let's see, what's another good one? Cupid's Quiver, that one's pretty fucking funny. I like Cupid's Quiver. They're like, it's kind of like, it's not taken it's not to be taken seriously. Like, this song is like kind of like one of those songs where you're like, god damn, it's just like a fun little song. You know what I mean? It's just fun. What you're doing to keep moving, don't stop it, just drop it. I'm moving to your grooving, we're bouncing and bopping and don't plan on stopping. I'm Batman and you're robbing, we're beating and copping.
Call Miss Frizzle, I wanna be that boy that is used as her personal toy, don't you? Come near us, I'll show you why they fear us. Many who tried to kill us. None have succeeded fighting against us. We're 10 deep if you're really that curious. And we're 10 toes down. I'm the flyest guy around. When we're 10 toes down, I'm the flyest guy. So I went and got Cupid and I stole his quiver. Then got drunk off stolen liquor. Stirred on my head so it hit me quicker. Gotta get courage before I miss her. Be her mister, she don't wanna be alone. And I don't wanna be sitting at home yet. This part I don't really like that much, but it's alright. I wanna be a man cause you're as pretty as Yucatan. It makes me wanna get a wedding band on that hand, yeah. They fear us cause we're so mysterious. And their intentions are all too clear to us. And it means that we're way too fearless. I want that to be a song that has a video at some point, just because it's a funny song. Not really funny, but it's like, it's okay. What's another good one? I'm trying to think of a good bop that's not on Spotify. Oh, you want to see the first rendition of Mira? This is the first ever rendition of Mira. First ever. This is what it sounded like before I remixed it. Like, well, re-recorded it, not remix, but re-recorded it. Now you see, like, that kind of sounds like kind of scratchy sounding a little bit, right? And then you go to the newest one, and it's like, what the fuck? Okay.
Okay, I know this is AI, but I want to show you guys this song because I think it's actually pretty good. Even though it's AI, right? It's still a good song, and you can't deny it. Like it's pretty good. Then did it again. It's not a pattern. That's a damn museum. I just want to go somewhere last night. Some people in my pride. Some it's acted surprised when the roof got torn. I'm so trapped on the wire. Alarms trying to start a fire. Brought excuses, worked up pretty but still mostly useless. I'm sorry, baby. Blame the weather. I'm sorry, baby. I know it ain't rough. Almost enough. But I can start. Should have been listening. Listening. To cover the cracks, but love don't live long on clever comebacks. You don't need a hero. Where's the other one? Is that for you? Picking up pieces that I used to ignore. Learning love ain't a speech, it's a hand on the door. I don't want perfect, I want true. Less about me and more about you. Less disappearing, more coming home. Less making noise, more letting you know. I'm sorry, baby, I can do better. Hold myself still when the room gets weather. I'm sorry, baby, all on what I broke. No smoke, no mirrors, no half-made joke. I know I'm trouble, but I'm not done. I can be softer, I can be someone. I'm sorry, baby. I can do better. Not overnight, but for real, and forever's gotta start somewhere. I gotta find this song. While the music plays, this is another good one from him. Stars are on the line. Never truly mine. Music will stop. So we'll play. You ever made. So sound ones you love tonight. Say the words you find. While the music plays. On for silence to come. So the music will stop. I don't know, we'll fade. We ever made. So hold the ones you love tonight. Say the words you're scared. Plays while the music plays. Wait for the silence to come. We pass through it while the music plays. So I actually like that shit. That goes hard. I don't care if it's like, AI or anything like that. Still goes fucking hard, okay? You can't knock him just for doing like, some stuff that might not be, the best. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Still good music. At the end of the day, it's still pretty decent. Pretty decent. You know? It's all up to the listener, you know what I mean? Like, it's still good. Still good. Still good. You know? But we are going to close that really quick. Bada boom. We're going to go back to the recording software and play the beat. Just see if I can think of anything else, really. Because, once you start writing a song, it's hard to stop.
What's up, Flicks?
Please don't force me to pull out my blade. I just wanna be peaceful in the worst way. You don't know how many it has slayed. You wouldn't know. Chemicals coursing through your body. Sit in the back of my Bugatti. Tell the driver that you're in a hurry. Says we'll get there, don't you worry. Now we're going 60 through the city, and all these speed limits are kinda shitty. Arriving at the function, he deserves a 50, and I'm waiting on the Molly to hit me. My blade, I just wanna be peaceful in the worst way. You don't know how many it has slayed. You wouldn't lay a hand on the worst day. Please don't force me to pull out my blade. I do it in the worst way. You don't know how many it has slayed. I wouldn't lay a hand on the worst day. Oh, another good artist that I fucking completely blanked earlier that I was going to show you guys. I was going to show you him first, but then I fucking saw Captain Haha, and I was like, oh, I'll show you this guy. But this guy actually doesn't make AI music. This is real shit. Aldrich. Let's see, does he have the song I'm thinking of? I don't know if he does. Not on here, but he will have it on his Spotify. I know that for sure. Actually, he's right here. I might have to search him. Bada boom. Here we go. I'll show you my favorite. And it's this one. Oh my goodness. This song goes hard. You and I lie on the hillside, atop a bed of knives. Will you? You can take your shot if you think you got it like that. Like that. Off with his hat, off with his hat, off with his hat. Dimmer staring. From the daydreams. Regret for our schemes. like that. I'd rather be nothing, 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 nothing at all. This one's another good one, Glamour.
You have brand new guitar in your bedroom dresser. Makeup purses, yes galore. Everything you want and more. So it seems I'll never wear this was born a trend. Now the opulence just doesn't suffice. We gave it a try. What can I say? It's overdue. I'm feeling you. Now you lost me to life.
Yeah, it's like good music. It's actually like really good music, to be real. Like, dude is a fucking a legendary artist. He's just not very big at all. He only has like 80,000, yeah, 80,000 monthly listeners, which isn't big in the grand scheme of things. Yeah, I'm boss in the yard, everything that I'm feeling. Yeah, I'm boss of the yard, everything that I'm feeling. Another artist that I know personally is I'm Bison, but he also has an old account. I Subkid, that's the one I was looking for. But this song, oh my god, this is like, I told him he needed to make more songs like this one. Right? I know him personally. It's my friend Day Day. We've met in real life. We've shook hands. We've hugged before. You know what I mean? Like, for real homies. And he wrote this song. This is crazy. Like, literally crazy. He was like, hey, man, can you help me with, like, a keyboard, like, melody for this? And I was like, sure. And so all the keyboard you hear in this is me. Like, the dun, 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 in the background is me. Jesus never read the Bible. I mean, he lived the Bible, so I mean, he kind of wrote the Bible with his actions. So I don't think he would need to read it. So I left broken hearted. I mean, but he did the actions that are predicted, or not predicted, but depicted in the Bible. I don't have enough, but I gotta pay the payment. But how do you know he didn't have a personal journal? Maybe he did. You never know. Lost love inside my mind. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Too much. I don't think if I will survive. Lead to my demise. Because I'm giving, you know, like chicken, you get turkey. Get it? Yes, you wanna gobble up. And I am so bitch, so I could never love ya. Waiting for me, patient for me. I know that we can be together. Yeah, maybe, yeah. You never know, man. Vatican hides a lot of stuff from a lot of people. You never know. They might have it. You never know, really. Yo, thank you. I actually have a light. Hold up. I have a light that I plug in for those. Give me a quick second. I'll show you. I gotta turn. Oops, sorry. Gotta show off the lights really quick. But this is another friend of mine. I met this guy in real life. We went to high school together, hung out a lot. His name's Young Ched. YXNG-CHED. Space in between, obviously. YXNG space CHED. Young Ched. This is my favorite song by him, which I may have had a hand in helping with. There we go. Damn, that's crazy. But I'm feeling alive. 10 more hours till I'm right by your side. My phone's losing power, so I didn't reply. We do be speeding down I-35. We're going so fast. Red Bull slush will make the night last. Gave her love in case that I crash. Play that song to make the time pass. Make the time pass. Okay, that makes sense. Bedside, it's just so crazy how the last flight could take you away back to the place that you came. But I know you won't stay, cause you know that I'm almost already there. Send your talk while you're twirling your hair, telling me to be scared. You just tell it, prepare. We're going so fast. Red Bull slush will make the night last. That's crazy, man. That's a crazy statistic. Play that song to make the time pass. Make the time pass. Gave her love in case that I crash. Play that song to make the time pass. Make the time pass. Damn, that's crazy. Tell me, watch where I'm going and don't you come round. I don't play with fire, but watch me as this shit burns down. Why do you think he said that? Because I was helping him with the beat and shit. Yeah, I really, really want it. Well, we ain't gonna be honest. You're lying on the daily. Your thanks in the background. Red Bull slush will make the night last. Gave her love in case that I crash. Play that song to make the time pass. make the time pass so fast. Now you ask. Play that song to make the time pass. Make the time pass. Hell yeah, that's Red Bull Slush by my boy, Young Ched. But yeah, he makes some good music. Nah, it's not hard to speak the truth. You just say the truth. Speak it. They don't like it, they don't have to like it. You know? Like you don't have to they don't have to be, you know, the way that they are, but they are. Similar to MK Ultra? What? What do you mean by that, bro? Because you can speak in telepathy and do it. You can do other things. Alright. We're gonna go back to the beat real quick, y'all. Back to the beat. That is not to be heard yet. That is a new something that I cooked up. Giving me ads on my free recording software. The cold's coursing through your body, sitting in the back of my Bugatti. Tell the driver that you're in a hurry. He says, we'll get there, don't you worry. Now we are going 60 through the city, and all these speed limits are kinda shitty. Arriving at the function, he deserves a 50, and I'm waiting for the molly to hit me. To pull out my blade, I just wanna be peaceful in the worst way. You don't know how many it has slayed. You wouldn't lend a hand on my worst day. Please don't force me to pull out my blade. You just peaceful in the worst way. You don't know how many it has slayed. You wouldn't lend a hand on the worst day. I'm told I'm a minority in the human race. Okay. I mean, with telepathic powers and shit, you probably are. Type shit. You know what I'm saying? Nah, you can't kill yourself, man. Too much to live for. Too much to live for, bro. Too much to live for. No killing. No killing allowed. Too much to live for. Oh, I wanted to show you guys something funny. So me and my friends, we like to fuck around. Hell yeah. Congratulations, Steve. Congratulations, brother. That's a flex. Flex that shit, bro. Flex that shit. But I wanted to show you guys this video. Me, my friend Donnie, my friend Clayton. I think that's all that was in this lobby. But my friend Donovan, he is of the African American descent, right? And he likes to talk mad shit to people. That's just how it is for him. Well, you'll just see when I show you this video here what I mean by that, because saying stuff doesn't do it justice. It is honestly the funniest video I've probably ever witnessed in my life. We were sitting in a lobby. That's all I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna roll the tape.
Get the Pro. Just get the PS5 Slim. Okay, don't worry.
Why do I have to get it to play zombies?
Is that a fucking border bunny?
What you say, man?
Is that a fucking border bunny?
He doesn't know his races.
You the white boy, man. You
I
stupid,
almost
man.
just bit my fucking
Holy
drink
can't
out.
tell his
shit,
races.
we got a fucking border bunny in this game.
Get the Pro.
My friend Donnie is not. He is not family friendly. You have family in South Africa? That's crazy. South Africa's a far distance away, my guy. That's a long ways away. Are you from South Africa, or where you from, my friend? Where you from? I am from the Pacific Northwest, where eating those and token off of this thing is legal. Philadelphia? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Lives in Philly. I've heard it's kind of, I don't know, it's like, how do I explain Philadelphia? One person that I've heard say that they went there said it was like, the street life was crazy in Philadelphia. He said that shit went off. My shit's all fucked up. Didn't notice the bill was that messed up until I put it on and looked at myself, I guess. Oh, excuse me, guys. Ooh, just a little tired. It's 12 o'clock my time. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, bro, come on. Did Jesus not say that the fruits of the earth are good to eat? Hell yeah, it's a fucking W for sure. W for sure. Big dubs, bro. Big ups. That's crazy. I've met a few people in my life that say they got off that, but most of the people that are on them still are on them. You know what I mean? So good on you, bro. For real. For real. I'll reiterate that. That is a feat and a half, brother. You keep that shit going. For real. For real, for real. Keep that shit on pack, bro. No slipping, bro. Got them muck boots on now, bro. Ain't no slipping in this mud, bro. You know what I'm saying? Muck boots. Up to the knees, bro. Up to the knees. We ain't playing. Shit up to the waist if you crazy about it. No, they have not. You know, speaking of the green, is it legal for y'all to smoke in Philly? Hold that question though. I'm gonna run over and grab my bag. I left it over there because I took it down in the bottom part of my house to smoke with my brother earlier, and I forgot to bring it all over. Got it now though. Got it now though. And since I'm not really listening to anything, I'm gonna keep the headset off. Because why do I need that if I'm just sitting here talking to y'all? You need a medical garden pin? Really? I would assume Pennsylvania would be like that. One of them states that's like, hell yeah, legalize it. You know what I mean? I feel like they'd be like that, but I guess not. But I guess y'all are more of like cow farmers, aren't you, in Pennsylvania? More cow farms and or like milk farms and stuff like that than you would find in all the other states. So it makes sense, I guess, a little bit. I don't know. I'll let y'all see the grinder here in a second when I get it back together. This grinder honestly goes hard. It's a backwoods. Hell yeah, brother. Cannabis is legal to buy in New Jersey just like alcohol. Yeah, same here. Same here. You got a legal ID and it says you're over the age of 21, you're able to purchase any kind of cannabis you want in this state. Any kind. You can buy fucking edibles, joints, flour, dabs, fucking moon rocks. Like whatever you want. Like they sell it. You know? It's like a liquor store, but it's called a dispensary. They don't like to be called the weed store. They like to be called a dispensary. Wait, what? There's actually a real tri-state area? There's no way, right? Like Dubernsmert style? Like, I'm going to take over the tri-state area! You know what I mean? Like, that's a real thing? There ain't no way. There ain't no way. Perry the Platypus! Perry! Sorry, I got that stuck in my head just now. I had to say it out loud. Delaware, New Jersey, and New York. Oh, okay. So Phoenix and Ferb is shot in like one of those three. That's crazy. Probably New York though. That makes sense though. You know what I mean? Because of their mom's accent. You know what I mean? Like their mom's accent is definitely New York, right? Or maybe it's Jersey. I don't know. They kind of sound similar if you're kind of like sitting there just, talking. They kind of sound a little similar. Like Jersey, and then you have New York. You know what I mean? They sound similar. A little bit, I guess. I don't know. I've always been confused by their accent. Like, how did you get that accent, bro? Like, what? What came across to make you have that accent? If you're from New York, you usually talk like you're from New York. You know what I mean? But, think it and sink it, ladies and gentlemen. Grandpa's not here to stop us. We're gonna rip it right in front of y'all. Make sure. Yeah, we clear of Grandpa. Let's do this shit. Let's motherfucking go. Ghosted that bitch almost. You don't know nothing about that, bruh. You ain't know nothing about that, bruh. You don't know what your voice sounds like in telepathy? I don't know. No idea. I just know that I was, you know what's actually funny? So here a few days ago, or actually no. Yeah, it was yesterday, sorry. Yesterday, because I work at a security job, right? I'm security for a building. Not gonna go any further than that. And, obviously, there's things you can steal from this place. And there was a guy that was walking towards the door, and I could see him stop by the men's clothing section, right? Because we sell clothes and stuff like that. It's like walking through the men's clothing section after he done already checked out, and then he started to walk towards the door. So I was like, okay, that's code number one of like, this guy's fucking thieving around. You know what I mean? He's trying to stuff something in the bag that's not originally part of the purchase, and he's going to try and walk out. So, anyway, he tries to walk out the door. I'm like, hey, man, you need to check your bags real quick, check your receipts. It's like, oh, yeah. Like, he wasn't expecting me to stop it. You know what I mean? Because I guess, you know, most security guards are not as, you know, security-fied as I am. You know what I mean? I take my job seriously. You know what I mean? If I don't do a good job, then our company loses money, and then I lose ours. You know what I mean? So I'd rather keep my job, keep my money coming in. And so I start, you know, like looking through his bag and looking at his receipt. He had a pair of Nikes, bro. One part of the fucking shits, right? And they weren't very expensive. They're like 45, 50 bucks, something like that. You know what I mean? For a pair of Nikes, a nice pair of Nikes like that one, it was a nice orange and blue pair, right? I was like, bro, you could have just paid for these, and you would have been able to take these home right now. But now, since it's not part of your receipt, I'm going to have to ask you to go and either purchase it or put it back. Right? But I didn't say that out loud, obviously. That's kind of fucked up. But I was like, sir, I don't see this on your receipt. He's like, oh, well, I don't know. Maybe I accidentally just put them in there. He's like, I was just trying to, you know, shop around after I got out. He's like, my wife, I guess she was taking a little bit longer than I thought she was going to, but she's supposed to be over there at Target. I was like, oh, yeah? He's like, yeah. He's like, well, what do we think about buying these today, or do we want to put them back? He's like, oh, no, I'll buy them. He goes, I'll buy them. I'm sorry. He goes, I just completely skipped my mind to check out because I was thinking about stuff. It's like, all right. And, you know, he walks over the line. He paid for it. You know what I mean? He paid for his mistake, which I'm gonna say kudos to the man for paying for his mistake. Walked over there like a man. Fucking paid for his shit. Walked out. You know what I mean? Didn't be like, oh, well, I don't fucking want them. You know what I mean? If you get, you know, like, try not to throw it back on me. You know what I mean? Like, oh, well, you're not fucking finding it on there because it's, you know, like, you can't fucking read or something. You know what I mean? Like, trying to say some fuck shit. But he just owned up to it immediately. He's like, yeah, I must have stuffed them in there, not even thinking about it. Like, in my head, I was like, yeah, you're just trying to get around the fact that you stole them. It's okay. Like, in your head, you're trying to justify yourself, but that's all right. I don't care what you think in your head. We need to either pay for those, put them back to the shelf. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I am. You know what I mean? I'm there to do my job, and that's all I'm there for. I'm not there to make friends with you. Unless you chill, and you ain't stealing nothing. You know what I mean? I'll be friends with you the whole way. You walk in, I'll be like, hey, how's it going? You know what I mean? They're like, damn, I like your beard, or some shit like that, because that's happened a few times. I mean, like, damn, I like your beard. I'm like, yo, thank you very much. You know what I mean? Because I obviously, like, comb it out and shit before work, but it just gets messed up over the day. You know what I mean? Because I'm constantly standing there like this, fucking looking at the floor, looking around like this, you know, just doing shit. You know what I mean? I have, like, one earbud in, but it's, like, fucking turned down so low that you can barely hear it. And, you know, it's just shit like that, like, small little stuff. You know what I mean? And then you have another earpiece that goes on this ear. That's your walkie-talkie, basically. You just, like, talk through it. You're like, hey, I got a suspicious customer back towards the women's section. Can somebody go take a look? You know what I mean? Or something like that, because I'm at the front. I mean, I'm the one that takes you, scans you as you walk in. I'm going to see what you're doing, right? And I'm going to look over the whole place. I'm going to make sure that nobody in there looks suspicious. If you look suspicious, I'm going to be like, hey, can we get somebody to walk through men's? There's a man in a striped shirt, and he looks like he's looking for associates, possibly maybe trying to make sure he's not going to get caught stealing something. Over? I'm like, black and white? Yes, sir. All right, noted. You know what I mean? Like, check that person before you let them leave. Like, make sure that they don't have something stuffed in their shirt or something like that. You know what I mean? But they'll give themselves away. It's fucking crazy what you'll see as a security guard. Like, they'll look in, like, the proximity of themselves. They won't look across the store, but I can see over all the shelves. The shelves are low enough. I can see over all of them. Sorry, I can't. So I can see you standing over there in the men's section looking around like this, trying to see if there's anybody looking at you. I can see you. I can see your head Whole thing. Like this much of your body. I can see this much of your body. When you go, and you're checking down the aisles to make sure somebody's not coming, or if you're like, just looking around like this, right? I know you're trying to steal something. You're looking to make sure nobody else is looking at you immediately in your area. But I know you've stolen something just now. And you're going to try and snake through the line, pass something, right, during the busy part of this day, and I'm going to catch you at that front door every fucking time. Because you tell on yourself. Every fucking time, man. It doesn't fail. You know what I mean? It does not fail. I'm sorry, but that's why you get checked. When you're at stores, if you're like looking around like this a lot and you're like basically just kind of like looking around, and sometimes you're like kind of discreetly looking around, they know that you're stealing. And they will actually look at you when you're like in the checkout line and look at your cart and make sure that you're not actually holding something in your cart. Right? They'll ask you, "Oh, did you want to buy that, purchase that as well, sir?" And if he picks it up and it's just like like a fucking jacket, you know what I mean, that his son was wearing or his daughter was wearing when they came in, and be like, "Yeah, this is a jacket that my daughter was wearing when she came in," and I can verify that, like, yeah, she was wearing that jacket when she came in, yeah, you know what I mean? They'll let him pass. Like, yeah, they came in with that jacket on. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's just a dad just like looking for his kids, like, oh shit. You know what I mean? He's like, you know what I mean? Like looking around, you're like, buddy? You know what I mean? Like it's a false hint. You know what I mean? Sometimes it is. But at the same time, better safe than sorry. You know what I mean? But if you're looking around with like intent of like kind of sneakiness, you know what I mean? You just ring the bell immediately that you are a shoplifter. That's why when you see people that are like, I don't know how to explain this, but you can tell when somebody's stolen something if I look at them. I can tell. It's weird. I have like this weird sense about it. When you come near me, it feels like I can feel like a presence, right? Like almost like it's your awkwardness, like coming off of you, right? And I'm like, okay, I can't see your receipt, sir. You know what I mean? What are we going with the shoes, or like maybe a shirt or pants? Pants aren't on here. You know what I mean? Like if it's like one bag, obviously I'm not gonna check an entire fucking thing of clothes. That's ridiculous. But if it's like 4 or 5 items, I'm gonna check you at the door. Sorry. You know what I mean? Just literally, I just carry my stuff out on a hanger most of the time when I go to the store, just so they can see what I have. You know what I mean? I don't have anything else. Carry the hangers. Be like, here's my receipt and here's my shirts. You know what I mean? Just fan them out. Be like, there you go. Now let's count the shirts. You won't even see the price tag or nothing. That's what we do is we count the items. It'll say women's pants, and then it will say the name. It's not like, oh, this brand, this shirt. Most of the time on our receipts, it'll say women's shoes, women's this, women's that. You know what I mean? If it doesn't say men's shoes or women's shoes, and you have a pair of shoes in your cart, I'm like, what are those? Those aren't on the bill, bud. They're not part of the ticket. What are we doing with those? We trying to buy those, or are we trying to put those back? What's going on? Most of the time, not gonna lie, they'll say, "Oh, sorry, my son must put it in there. I'm just gonna put it back." You know what I mean? And you can tell it's just like he saw them on the side of the shelf and he was like, "Oh, I can steal these for my kid." You know what I mean? He like, he just kind of tossed it in there. Didn't bring no suspicion to himself. Just kind of reached over and tossed them in there and just kept on walking by. Because as you're leaving, you can go over back towards the men's section. That's what he did, is he kind of curved back towards the men's section. And I was like, what the fuck? And he was like kind of looking at the kid's shoes, and his son was liking this pair of shoes. And I was like, oh, damn, I gotta fucking tell it, like, basically shut down him trying to steal stuff for his kids. But at the same time, like, like maybe you should have bought the shoes. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not by any means like a person that's like, oh yeah, you shouldn't steal from big corporations, blah blah blah. Well, they steal from you all the time, so it doesn't really matter in my opinion. But at the same time, if I'm doing a job, I want to do it correctly. I want to do it the best way I can. And, you know, sometimes it comes out as an asshole. But at the end of the day, I'm not here to make you happy. I'm here to make sure the store and everybody else in it is happy. If you don't like that, I'm going to say, hey, I need to see your receipt. You have 4 items in your cart, right? And I can just go, oh, yeah, 4 items on the receipt, 4 items in the cart. Here you go. You have a great day. I'm just going to look at how many items you have in your cart. I'm going to look at the receipt. It has 4 items. You're good to go. Here you go. You have a great day. You know what I mean? Tip your hat. You have a great day. That's literally how I've always put my hat. I don't know why, but I always have. But I'll literally go like this to my friends. Like that, and they already know. They're like, yo, what's going on, man? Because I'll hit my hat like that every time. I actually wore out a hat that I used to wear all the time. I wore it out so bad that this whole part right here was all threaded. And this side was perfectly fine. It was just for me putting my hand up like this. It was fucked. Like, I was like, damn, do I really fuck with this hat like that hard when I hit it? You know what I mean? It's like, when I see an old person, I immediately, you know what I mean? It's an old person. You know what I mean? You gotta wave to the old people. You can't make them feel like they're hated. You know what I mean? Some of them are kind of, and I don't wave at them. But the fun, like, really nice ones, like, yeah, I'll give them a wave. You know what I mean? The old boy's driving a 2015 fucking F-150 because he worked his whole life. You know what I mean? 2025, brother. Best of the line. Worked his whole life. Wanted to get that thing, the best one that he could get. Best one that money could buy. And that's the newest one. You know what I mean? Didn't matter if it was like, oh yeah, I prefer this, blah, blah, blah. No, they got it because it's new and it has a factory warranty. If it needs fixed, the company deals with it. You know what I mean? It's pretty easy for them as old people to just be able to go there and be like, hey, I need to see my car serviced. You know what I mean? Like, it's not, you know, like, it's not running in bad shape. It's just needs new spark plugs, new wires, or whatever. Like, after so long, you need new wires. New tires. And just like, you know, a little cleanup in the engine bay if you can, if that's not a big deal. You know what I mean? Keep it looking nice under there. Like, literally, this guy had a nice F-150. But just put my hand up like this because I know he's an old boy. You know what I mean? Like, you could tell because he was up in there and he's kind of like a, I don't even know how to explain it. Just a huskier build kind of guy. You know what I mean? And I was like, that's a good old boy right there. And he just should put his hand up too. It's like, I don't know what it is. It's just that one little, whoop. It's just the 2 fingers, right? And these fingers are just loose. Just, whoop. What's going on, man? What's going on? I'm stonified, brother. I'm stonified. I'm stonified in the name of Jesus. Amen. Oh, yeah. Ah, I might be heading to bed soon. I gotta wake up at 10. Or before 10. Wake up at like 9:30? Maybe even 9. So if I go to sleep right now, I'll have 8 hours of sleep. So I think we're gonna end it here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry to say it, you know, but I gotta get ready for bed. It's already 12:31 or 32, sorry. And yeah, I need to be in bed by 1. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this little whatever this was. I just kind of wrote a little bit in the beginning, and then we just kind of sat here and did whatever. But yeah, you guys have a fantastic rest of your night and or day, depending on which side of the world you are on. And hopefully you get to see this stuff live at one point. Anyway, I will see you guys later. Peace out, peasants. Later.